journey to the forest, and finding the Makara Jyothi. Victorious and radiant, Manikandan returned to the kingdom, carrying with him the milk of the tigress. This divine feat followed his epic battle with Mahishi, where he liberated the demoness from her curse and restored peace to the forest. The gods and sages observed with reverence, for this was no ordinary boy but the incarnation of Dharma Shasta, born to uphold dharma and destroy evil. As he approached the gates of the palace, a wondrous sight met the people's eyes. Riding majestically on a golden tigress and leading a procession of tamed tigers, Manikandan exuded divine power. The forest seemed to bow in respect, while the skies filled with celestial melodies. Overcome with guilt and gratitude, the queen fell to her knees before Manikandan, realizing the purity and greatness of her adopted son. King Rajasekara, filled with pride and awe, embraced him. But the moment of revelation was yet to come. A celestial voice resonated, proclaiming Manikandan as the incarnation of Dharma Shasta, born of Lord Vishnu as Mohini, and Lord Shiva, destined to restore dharma in the world. The divine proclamation left the kingdom in a state of joyous devotion. King Rajasekara, guided by a divine vision, vowed to build a temple at the sacred spot chosen by Manikandan in the forests of Sabarimala. The temple would stand as a beacon of devotion, open to all, symbolizing equality and the path to Moksha. With the revelation of Manikandan's divine origin, the kingdom of Pandalam was transformed into a place of devotion and joy. King Rajasekara, true to his word, asked Manikandan where he wished to reside. With a serene smile, Manikandan led the king and his followers deep into the dense forests, to the sacred spot atop the Sabarimala hills. The path to Sabarimala was treacherous, with steep slopes, thick vegetation, and hidden dangers. Yet, guided by Manikandan, the journey felt like a pilgrimage, filled with divine protection and blessings. The king and the people followed with unwavering faith, their hearts full of anticipation for what was to come. At the peak, Manikandan pointed to a specific spot and declared, "This shall be my abode. Here, I will reside as Swamy Ayyappan, to bless all who come in devotion and seek the path of righteousness." The place was surrounded by serene beauty, with the holy Pampa river flowing nearby and the call of the wild echoing in harmony with the divine energy. King Rajasekara began the construction of the Sabarimala temple. Once the temple was completed, a divine light filled the sanctum as Manikandan assumed his position as the deity, blessing all those who came to seek him. On this sacred site, the celestial light, the Makara Jyothi, began to shine every year during Makara Sankranti, a symbol of Ayyappa's eternal presence and blessings. His presence turned the forested hills into a sacred pilgrimage site, drawing devotees from all walks of life. The mantra, Swamiye Saranam Ayyappa, resonated throughout, symbolizing surrender and faith. From that day forward, the pilgrimage to Sabarimala became a tradition, a journey of devotion, discipline, and the search for inner peace. The story of Swamy Ayyappan and his divine mission spread far and wide, reminding the world of the power of faith, sacrifice, and the triumph of good over evil. Thus, the legend of Swamy Ayyappa was born, inspiring devotion and reverence that would transcend time. His journey from the forest to divinity became a testament to dharma, equality, and divine grace.